Welcome back to Conscious Reality, where we speak on love, relationships, and spirituality. Before I begin, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you might want to do it right now, because my information that I give is needed. I speak on all type of relationship and spirituality issues. All right, so go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, click the notification button. You won't regret it. So listen, I'm out here in nature, speaking to you guys. Feels good here. Feels good outside. The weather is good. The trees behind me, giving me good energy, the good vibration. Listen, I want to speak on love and relationships. And it's going to be very simple. Listen, many of us are in relationships, whether it's friendships, relationships that's intimate, or even relative. Many of us are in relationships that you realize that you're not loved the way how you want to be loved. You're not respected the way how you want to be respected. You're not honored the way how you want to be honored. And you're waiting for that day to come when that person that you are with see your value and see your worth. You're waiting for that day when somebody acknowledge your worth. Let me tell you this. A lot of times when people don't love you, it's not even you is the issue. See, because naturally we see the world as how we are. When we open our eyes, I want you to understand, when you look out, you're not looking out. You are just seeing a reflection of your mind. You are seeing how you feel about yourself. How you feel about yourself is how you see the world, and how you feel about the world. There is just a mirror. All the outside world is a mirror of the inside. When people are taking it hard to love you, see, many of you get hurt. You feel rejected, you feel abused, but it's not even about you. See, oftentimes, it's not even about you. See, because if I walk in love, loving you is very simple. If I dwell in love, when we dwell in anger, if you've ever been in a place where you have been angry, you know, anybody who walks by, anybody who walks along or next to you, they can get your anger. You can tell them a piece of your mind. You can look at them and judge them because you are giving them how you feel about you. What's going on within you is what comes out. See, when people don't love you, when people don't respect you, you are dealing with people who see themselves in a way that they are suffering. See, to not love is to suffer. And many of you are allowing people who don't love themselves to make you not love yourself. See, it's not because of you people don't love you. Many times it's not because of you. See, loving you shouldn't be a hard thing. And some of you feel like you are so hard to love. You're not hard to love. You are just trying to get love from a person who doesn't love themselves. A person who don't love themselves can't love you. You want me to love you, but you don't even realize I don't love myself. I could only treat you as I treat myself. I could only acknowledge you how I acknowledge myself. I could only honor you how I honor myself. But some of you all are getting relationship trauma because you think it's about you. So your value begin to diminish. You begin to feel rejected, feel hurt, feel like somebody is punishing you. You feel like I give up on love. Love is within yourself. Love is an internal experience. If love is not inside, you cannot give it on the outside. You can't give what you don't have. When you are choosing people who don't have love, you're going to suffer because you're going to think it's about you. Many people won't love you because they don't love themselves. Listen, most of this world don't love themselves. And most of this world understand what we are doing. Why do we keep choosing the same people? Why do we keep choosing the ones who don't love us? I want you to understand this. A lot of times we choose those people because of how we think that we deserve. It's a subconscious thing. It's an unconscious thing. See, many of us are carrying guilt. When you carry guilt, you are punishing yourself. You're carrying guilt because something happened years ago. You're carrying guilt because somebody abused you, whether sexually or physically. You're carrying guilt because something happened and you think that is your fault. And when you carry guilt, I want you to understand, when you carry in guilt, is because guilt is short for you are guilty. And when you feel like you are guilty, you must be sentenced to some type of punishment. And once you are being punished, you remove all your rewards. The things that you deserve, you don't get because you are being punished. You are in a place where you feel like you are a loser. You feel rejected. You feel you're not deserving of the best. You feel because you have removed yourself from amongst the best. So many of us choose those people in our lives to reflect how we feel about ourselves and to give us the punishment that we think that we deserve. But it's a very unconscious thing. I want you to go deeper in your mind to understand what I'm saying. This is not no bad information or disrespect. Many of us are choosing people unconsciously to reflect what we feel on the inside. That's why we can't leave, because we still feel that guilt. Listen, you choose the people who are going to keep bringing out that guilt out of you. We choose people based on the information or the energy that we carry within, the ones who can bring it out. That's why we can't leave them. No matter how bad they treat you, no matter what you think that you deserve, no matter how much you can't stand it, you can't leave, because it's still coming out. It's not done yet. You haven't internalized and see the issue yet. You haven't realized that when that emotion is gone, when that trauma is removed from you, you will look at them and say, "Oh, I never loved you. I don't even know what I saw. What the hell was I doing?" Because the emotions is very magnetic. You need that person to reflect who you are. See, only certain people can show us who we really are, the ones that's closest to us, and we choose them for that reason. So I want us to understand, many of us, why do we choose people who don't love us? Many of us, we are guilty, and many of us don't love ourselves. See, we never set the standard of love within ourselves. See, love must be set first. Peace must be set first. Happiness must be set first. Because when you experience those things on the inside, when you know what it feels like, when you know how you speak to yourself, how you treat yourself, how you honor yourself, when you see the light within you, and when you see the God within you, you must honor that light. You must honor that God. And then that's when you start to realize everything is flowing just right. Everything is beautiful. Your thoughts are going with how you feel. And how you feel is going with what you see. And what you see is going with what you believe. And there's a pleasure going in, emotionally, physically. And that's what love really is. When that experience of how we speak to ourselves, we don't even cross our own boundaries. We don't even allow our minds to disrespect us. That's what love really is. You don't cross those boundaries. So when you meet somebody, that same vibration has to stay right there. See, when you meet somebody, when you're in the natural flow of love, when you meet somebody and that flow starts to drop, wait, you don't talk to me like how I talk to myself. You don't give me that honor how I give to myself. You don't respect me like how I respect myself. When you meet that person and the frequency is not the same, you will always leave, because one thing that you want to keep is the love. Because you learn to keep love and let people go. Not that I don't love them, but I must let you go because love is more important. Because love is what elevates me to the frequency of God. Love is how I speak to and communicate with God. So a lot of times the reason why we keep meeting people who don't love us is because we conditionally love ourselves. When we get a promotion, we feel good. When we lose those 10 pounds for our birthday, we feel good. When we do good in school, we feel good. When we, at the club, we feel good. But all the rest of the days, all the rest of those hours, when things ain't looking good, when we're feeling lonely, when we feel like we have lost and we're tired and nobody wants us, that right there is powerful. That right there tells the subconscious mind, I'm not satisfied. I don't have love. So we attach to something that give us that void, that fill that void. And that thing can never complete that void, because once you have that void, I want you to understand, when you have a void, if I say I want love, if I look for love, that means I don't have love. That means my state of mind is in a place of famine or lack. And as within, so without. So therefore, I would attract somebody who's going to keep me in that same lack or that same famine. I could only get what I have. I could only get what I carry. See, because whatever I carry goes out, and that same thing comes back. Many of us only find these relationships and these people because of who we are. We don't like to hear the fact that we attract us. It's us that we attract. Not the same characteristics, but the same frequency, the same level of vibration. You might not like how you look. You might feel lonely. You might always feel drained. He or she might be a cheater, a liar, and an abuser. That's a low vibration. You carry a low vibration too. Both of you see each other, bam, and you connect instantly. Why? Because the vibration you are in the same frequency. You see each other. We keep meeting these people who don't love us is because a few reasons. That's who we are. We attract ourselves. Or Life need to show you what's inside of you. So your energy is so magnetic. Your feelings are magnetic. So that when you see that person, you feel that chemistry. Because now, when you feel that chemistry, that's the universe telling you, pay attention. Something is going on. I need this person to show me what's going on with me. So now after months of being together, what begin to happen is that you begin to see things come out of you. These emotions. After 3-4 months, when the person starts showing their asses, you begin to see these things come out and you can't stand it. And you still want to fight and you still want to fuss and you still want to think that you're hurt. No, life is revealing to you what's inside of you because it must come out. So life attracted you to that person so that that person can bring out those chemistry making elements out of you. Now you see it. What you going to do? Are you going to fix it? Or you're going to just cry and complain, talk about your hurt? Many of you cry and complain and say, I'm hurt. I need healing. No, life is revealing to you what's on the inside. Listen, your eyes and your nose and your ears. You can see everything, smell everything. You can feel everything on the outside of you. But the inside of you, it takes something, or a mirror, or a person to bring it out so you can see what's there. Many of you are seeing what's there, but you don't want to believe what's there. So you tell yourself a lie. You rather lie to yourself. You rather say it's them, it's a narcissist. We're giving them power. It's a narcissist. It's because of him. It's because of her. Let me tell you this. It's never because of someone else. It's because we give up our power. We give up our own control and say, here you go, manage my energy, manage my power, manage my life because I suck at it. So let me give you my love, my happiness, my peace in your hands. Do as you feel, do as you need to do because I can't manage it. Because when I manage it, I get hurt. When I try to manage it, I get depressed. When I try to manage it, I get frustrated. So you do it. So when that person cannot manage their own life and you give your energy to them, you suffer. Because now you give them 2 lives in their hands and they can't even manage one. We meet these people for a reason. When we meet these people, it's not for you to give up and say, I quit, I don't want to try again. It's for you to test the energy. It's for you to tweak your frequency so that until you attract. Listen, have you ever been driving in a car and you turn your radio on? Again, you turn that dial until sometimes the FM radio, you got to turn to the exact 105.6, the exact. If it's 105.7, you hear shh. There's no connection. But 106, it becomes clear. The music becomes clear. You have to turn your frequency until what you want is happening. When it comes to relationships, wealth, finances, whatever else, happiness, peace, you gotta keep turning that frequency because when you hit the right frequency, everything comes to you. Nothing is going well for you because you're not on the right frequency. You're on the wrong program. Nothing is wrong with you except your program is off. Your frequency is off. So you keep getting what you are. You don't like it. So you quit and you give up. And giving up don't make you happy. Some of you say that I quit, but I'm done and I'm content. But you're not happy because it's not what you want. You're allowing fear to control the situation. You're allowing fear to decide for you. That's why you quit. It's not because you don't want somebody. Because to be honest, when you have a good man or a good woman, if you ever been with a good man or a good woman, a quality, you're going to realize how important it is to have one in your life, especially as you get older. But if you never had one, you don't understand what you are missing out on. So that's why many of us now are saying, F it, I don't care, I don't want nobody. This because when you ever had somebody who cares for you, who really checks on you, who got you, who you trusted with your life, with your finance. When you have that person, you know the importance of having that again. But some of us are giving up. Stop giving up, man. Stop giving up. Keep turning your frequencies. The reason why we keep meeting these folks who don't love us is because we don't fully love ourselves. We have guilty consciences. We allow things to happen. Things happen. Let me tell you something else. Some of you are waiting to forgive yourself still. Haven't forgiven yourself. Let me add this into it. And I want us to watch this video until the end. Let me tell you this. You have nothing to forgive yourself for. I promise you. You are still learning. A baby, when When a baby is learning to walk and it falls on his butt, he gets up. He don't worry about forgiving himself. Oh, I didn't forgive myself for falling. Oh, I hurt myself. Listen, this is life. Some of you all take yourself too seriously. You all take this thing too personal. That's why everybody think that they are hurt. Everybody, I'm hurt. Why are you so hurt? You're taking it too personal. It's not about you. It's about this life. It's about learning. We are here to learn how to move around here. Remember, we are spirits. Now we have a body. We are spirits. We are souls with a body. We are learning how to use our body to get around this third dimensional realm where our body is attached to our souls and everything makes sense to our body. We are learning. You have nothing to forgive yourself about. You don't know better. Even if you thought that you knew better. You thought that he was better or she was better and you did it again. It doesn't mean that you knew it. You believed that you didn't know it. But now that you know it, you was done. When you finally knew it, it might take you 3 or 4 chances, but damn it, now you know. Write it off. The lesson was learned. The lesson is learned. Why are you still fighting, talking about I need to forgive myself? You didn't do anything wrong. Listen, stop taking people's sins as your own. You was in a situation where you were expected to be loved and you wasn't loved. Okay, it's not you. You didn't do anything wrong. Somebody cheated on you when you love them. Love is not a bad thing. Love is the beautiful thing. They are the one who's sick. You have to stop punishing yourself, thinking that you got to forgive yourself. Some of you are still waiting to forgive yourself. Listen, this is how we learn. You 40, 50 years old. This earth, this universe is billions of years old. What do you think that you know? Who do you think that you are? Don't flatter yourself. Stop flattering yourself. Relax. You're taking yourself too serious. This is why we can't heal. Because you think that you should have known better. How? That's like saying at 43 years old, I should know how to be 43. I've never been here before. I don't know. I have no idea how to be 43. It's my first time being here. Maybe next year or 2 years later, I might know. But now I don't know. I'm just walking this journey. Trying to do the best that I can with the knowledge that I have. And as I do the best that I can, I begin to pick up more knowledge. I begin to pick up more wisdom. That's what you do. But you keep attracting this type of love because that's the love that you carry. That's the frequency that you carry. Your heart is good, is in the right place, but your frequency is not. Your frequency is in the wrong place. It's in the wrong level. And until you bring your frequency up, I don't care what your heart is. I don't care who knows your heart, whether God knows your heart, Christ knows your heart, it doesn't matter. I need you to know your frequency. Because when you know your frequency, you understand this frequency connects to that frequency. It connects to him, her, and everything on this frequency. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your company. Please like, please comment, and please subscribe.